The internet has turned buying random junk into a personality. Every other week there's a must-have product blowing up, and if you don't own it, people act like you're living in the Stone Age. TikTok makes it look like these things are magical, life-changing, revolutionary, but when you actually get one, it's always the same story. It's just a regular product with good PR. And it's never something useful. It's always cups, drinks, pillows, headphones, basic stuff we already had. But people fall for it every time because nobody wants to admit they wasted money on something mid. So instead, they hype it up like it's the best thing ever, just to feel better about blowing $70 on a water jug. The truth is, these products don't blow up because they're good, they blow up because they look good in a 15-second TikTok. It's not about function, it's about clout, it's consumerism dressed up as a trend, and everybody's too busy posting about it to realize they've been scammed. So today we're going through the most overhyped product the internet has ever lost its mind over, the stuff people pretend is life-changing when really it's just a waste of shelf space. Alright, let's start it off by upsetting some people. Crumble cookies. Listen, I'll be fair, crumble isn't the worst thing in the world. Some of the cookies taste alright, but the way that people hype these things up, that's what makes them unbearable. Crumble isn't even about dessert, it's about marketing. The pink box, the weekly flavor drops, the TikTok reviews, it's all designed to make you feel like you're part of an event. When you actually sit down and eat one, you realize pretty quick it's just a cookie. It's just a giant over-frosted cookie. And they're heavy, like you can't casually eat crumble 2 bites in and you're already tapping out. Some of them push 700 to 800 calories each. That's not a snack, that's a full meal disguised as a dessert. What usually happens is you buy a box, you try a couple flavors, you post it on your story, and then half of them end up in the fridge until they harden into hockey pucks. Crumble isn't really a food, it's more of an activity. And the fans that treat the weekly flavors like sneaker drops, you know, oh my god, Fruity Pebble cheesecake is back. Cool, but it still tastes like every other crumble flavor. Sugar stacked on sugar with some cereal thrown on top. So yeah, crumble isn't terrible, but it's nowhere near worth the hype. It's like dessert cosplay. Next up is matcha. Matcha went from being a traditional Japanese tea to TikTok's favorite personality trait.
Yeah, I gotta let know something, man. I'm a matcha now, man. I like this shit. It's cooler, it's smoother, it's matcha.
Every influencer is holding a $7 green latte like it's liquid enlightenment. And here's the thing, it looks cool in photographs, it looks nice, but the matcha that most people drink tastes like chalky grass. Like, let's be real, half the matcha lovers aren't in it for the flavor, they're in it for the aesthetic. It's the official drink of, I need to look productive in a coffee shop. And the way it's marketed is hilarious. People act like matcha is a miracle potion, it boosts energy, clears your skin, it adds 5 years to your life. Meanwhile, you're drinking 2 scoops of green powder whipped into milk and sugar. Like, that's not skincare. Again, that's just like diet Starbucks. It also got TikTokified into everything. Matcha cake, matcha donuts, matcha ice cream, matcha protein bars. At this point, matcha isn't even tea. It's like a flavor filter that brands slap on products to upcharge you $3. So, like I said, it's like crumble. It isn't awful, but I hate that it's just plastered everywhere and it's been made into everything that it's not, like cookies and ice cream, just let it be tea. Also, we need to stop pretending that it's some divine superfood. Most of it tastes like lawn clippings with oat milk. The thing about matcha too is it didn't just become a drink trend, it also downgraded into straight brain rot. Like, people will just say matcha out loud the same way they spam skibbity or gyat. No context, no setup, just random noise to fill space. Like, you'll see a video of someone's cat knocking over a cup and someone will just write, oh, matcha. Like, again, like, it just means nothing. It's just the internet's new sound button. That's how you know a word has officially died, when it stops being used for its real meaning and starts getting thrown around as noise. It's cooked when matcha went from a tea to a meme to brain rot in under a year. At this point, people don't even drink it anymore. They just yell it like it's an inside joke with the entire internet. Alright, next we gotta talk about the Stanley Cup craze. So this was literally just a water bottle, but the internet turned it into a cult. People lining up outside of Target at 6 a.m. like it's the PS5 drop, all for a cup with a handle. The funniest part is, it's not even special, doesn't make the water taste better, doesn't hydrate you faster, it's just one big ol' cup. But because TikTok decided that it was aesthetic, now you've got moms brawling in the aisle over pastel colors. The resale market is even worse. People are flipping limited edition Stanleys for triple the price. Imagine explaining to someone that you just paid $200 for a thermos. Bro, you could have gone to Walmart and bought a hydro flask for $20. Same result, less embarrassment. And don't get me wrong, like, the cups are fine, they hold the water, they keep it cold, but people act like owning one is, it's like a personality thing now. I'm a Stanley girl. No, you're you're hydrated. At this point, the Stanley Cup is not a water bottle. It's just like a status symbol. The cup isn't even about holding water. It's about holding clout. So luckily, this one's kind of died out. It was a lot bigger in 2024, but nonetheless, it was definitely a ridiculous time. And then there's the labubu. These creepy little goblin dolls that somehow turned into the new status symbol. They started just as collectible toys from Pop Mart, but now people treat them like designer bags. Whole adults are lining up, dropping hundreds, fighting over blind boxes to get a bug-eyed gremlin with fangs. The hype is insane. Celebrities started posting them, and suddenly everyone's like, OMG, I need a labubu. Need? Bro, you are 30 years old. Why are you beefing with middle schoolers over a toy that looks like it crawled out of a gas station claw machine? This also has one of the most absurd resale markets. People are flipping these things for hundreds of dollars. Some are going for thousands. Imagine paying fucking rent money for a plushie that looks like a Furby on bath salts. And the collectors act like it's culture. They'll be like, no, you don't get it. It's about the art. No, bro, you're gambling on blind boxes until you finally pull the rare one. It's not art. It's like Pokemon cards for cornballs. Labubus aren't cute. They aren't luxury. They aren't culture. They are overpriced gremlins that TikTok convince you to worship. This product might have had one of the fastest deaths I've ever seen, though. Like, the hype died so fast on these. For a month straight, they were everywhere. Blind boxes were sold out instantly. Resellers were charging crazy money for them. People were clipping them to their bags like trophies. But just as fast as it blew up, it vanished. Nobody cares anymore. You don't see the posts. You don't see the lines outside Pop Mart. And those rare ones that people spent hundreds on, they are collecting dust on the shelves. It's the same life cycle as almost every overhyped product. They skyrocket because TikTok and then crash the second the next shiny thing comes out. Labubu went from the Grail collectible to a random plushie in record time. Now let's talk about Prime.
We got Prime, boys. We got Prime. We got Prime, boys. We got Prime.
Now listen, let's be real, Prime is dead, but when it launched, it was everywhere. Kids were hoarding it, stores were selling out, people were paying scalper prices for plastic bottles of candy water. Logan Paul and KSI had half the world convinced that Prime was the second coming of Gatorade, but now, nobody cares. The shelves are full, the hype is gone, and the only people still drinking it are middle schoolers who think that the ice pop flavor makes them athletes. And honestly, it was never that good to begin with. Every flavor tasted like liquid Jolly Ranchers. You drink half a bottle and instantly feel your teeth start dissolving. It wasn't hydration, it was just influencer juice. The label might have said hydration drink, but the ingredient list said pre-diabetes in a bottle. The funniest part was the resale craze. People were paying $20 to $30 a bottle during the peak. Imagine telling your kids that you spent sneaker money on a Logan Paul Kool-Aid. This thing was a total fad, and now it's sitting in clearance aisle right next to Bang Energy. I definitely didn't get to all the overhyped products in this video, so if this video gets 10,000 likes, I will do a part 2. Let me know what I missed down in the comments below, and be sure to go check out my Spotify. I drop all my videos there early, but nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.